Hi, this is Dodger, and you're watching my show.
Three, two, one, ready, go.
Guys, I think that I've finally kicked the caffeine headaches. I know, bet you guys are proud of me. If you watch my Twitch streams, you watch me chug water all day long, so probably not surprising any of you, but I'm very proud of myself because for a while there it was like, if I don't have a cup of coffee, probably just gonna die. And that's not a good feeling, man. It is not a good feeling to sit there and be like, I have a headache. What? Oh, it's because I didn't have any coffee. Well, I guess I can have coffee now because I'm addicted. No more for me. No, sir. I have a moderate amount of caffeine in my life, along with lots of wagwa. Huzzah. You know what? Just to get it out of the way, let's talk about Death Note. I cannot even tell you, every single time that I've been streaming, there are people in my chat all day being like, yo, has she said how she feels about the Netflix Death Note stuff? So yeah, in case you didn't know, Netflix is making a Death Note movie. They announced it quite a bit ago, but I think most of us sort of pushed it from our memories. And now there's an actual trailer out. Various forms of outrage ensued. I had a couple of issues with it, but I'll still watch it just to give it a fair shot. Like, from my perspective, okay, they've made how many different live action versions of Death Note? Right, like so many. There's like a stage play, there are movies, there's TV shows, multiple TV shows, there's unofficial like extra stories that come after Death Note. Like there's so much, And if they wanna just do something totally different, I guess go for it. My biggest issue is that they kept Light's name for the main character, which is fine if it seemed like they were going to characterize him in the same way that Light was characterized, right? And it was going to be even remotely the same character. But from watching the trailer, it doesn't seem like that's the case. He looks very ostracized lone wolf teenager, which is so unbelievably not Light, I can't even describe, right? Like, Light was such an interesting character because he was bored with how perfect he is. Like, everybody loves him, he always does well. Like, this was the story of a person who comes across as having it all together, just like falling apart into madness. And from looking at this trailer, it doesn't seem like they're gonna go with that. They're gonna Hollywood it up, is what I'm saying. Which again, you know what? That's fine. Do whatever you think is best. We'll watch it and then we'll give our feedback. Netflix has made, you know, mostly good stuff in the past. Some kind of stuff, but mostly good stuff in the past. Overall, people are not super excited about this movie, and that's fair. There are all kinds of different critiques being thrown out just based on a trailer. So honestly, we'll just have to see because you can only pick up so much. This wasn't one of those trailers. You know how sometimes you go to the movies, right? You go to the movies and you're watching the previews, and at the end of all of the previews you go, I don't even need to see that. They just told me the whole story. At least I can say this trailer did not do that. So for those of us who have read Death Note, watched the Death Note anime, watched the Death Note live action, watched the Death Note movie, right? We know the way that Death Note normally goes. So how's it gonna go in this? Also, how's Willem Dafoe gonna do being a death god? We just have to see. In kind of speculative news, lots of stuff has been going around about Yu Yu Hakusho in the last, couple of weeks, which I am delighted about. They're hitting their 25th anniversary, and so Pierrot was like, here's, a little graphic. Here's a little celebration graphic of all the boys. And this has caused a lot of people to say, hey, are you guys, what's going on? Are you doing a Yu Yu Hakusho thing? Again, would be delighted. Here's the thing though, I really hope if they decide to make another Yu Yu Hakusho anime, please, please, please don't remake, please don't remake what we've already seen. I think I speak for a lot of people in the community when I say that anime doesn't need to be redone. There were lots of things that were being sort of worked through for him as a mangaka that got turned into the anime. I don't think that we need to rehash that stuff again. The anime is perfectly fine as it is, and to be honest, so many of those characters are really long-living, so to speak, that you could like go forward in time a decent amount and be like, what those boys up to? I would love that. I would love if they decided to do another anime. I would really, really love it if it was like even just a short, like 12 episode thing that happens after what we've already seen. If it was a brand new story with these characters that we all really love, I think there's a window for that. So we'll just have to see. Obviously, all of this is speculation. We have no idea whether or not they're actually doing a Yu Yu Hakusho thing, but I think it's just like, it's on our minds because of this 25th anniversary thing. So the picture has been going all over the place and people are like, yo, new Hakusho? What do you think, Hiei? How would you feel about a story that happens after the anime and manga that we've already seen? Do you think you'll have grown? That wasn't funny. I'm gonna regret doing that. But for now, it's a goof. Juni Taisen, or 12 Wars, is a light novel that came out a while ago that's very battle royale-y. And an anime has been announced, and they've started putting out some promo pictures as well as a trailer. The whole idea of it is that there are 12 warriors. All of the warriors, in some fashion, replicate either the image of or the ideals of the Chinese zodiac. And then in classic battle royale fashion, they must all kill one another, and the last one standing gets their wish granted. In the promo picture, you get to see the terrifying bunny boy. If you watch the trailer, you get to see all of the other warriors as well. And the light novel apparently did really, really well. So I guess it's a good story at least. As for the animation, I think it looks a little sketchy, and I don't know if that's on purpose or not, but the trailer doesn't look super crisp the way that a lot of anime looks now. So I'm wondering if that's a choice or if it's just the group that's making it, so we'll have to see. Yeah, the novel came out in May 2015. Some people have called it the greatest battle royale novel ever. Cool. The No Game, No Life movie is still on the horizon, and it looks pretty dope by the trailer. For those of you who don't know, this movie actually is not about Shiro and Sora at all. Riku and Shuvi are the name of the characters that the movie will follow. They are kind of like backstory characters that people saw in Volume 6. There are lots of other characters that are involved where you'll be like, if you're big in a No Game, No Life, you'll be like, I know who that is. Yeah, I know who that is. I think the movie comes out on July 5th, and so in the meantime you have the trailer, like I said, and also a bunch of different like character sheets. So you can, that makes it sound like it's Dungeons and Dragons. It's not, but you can look at all of the different characters that make up kind of the main squad, I guess. July 15th, I knew there was a 5 in there. July 15th is when the movie is opening in Japan. And they got the same director from the anime to work on the film, Atsuko Ishizuka. So you know that it'll have kind of a similar feel. And as a final bit of news, Revy is back, boys and girls. That's right, the manga for Black Lagoon is continuing after a very long hiatus. I feel like there's been like a few episodes in a row here where I've talked about manga that's been on a super hiatus coming back, so that's always very, very nice for the fans who've stayed so dedicated to it. The manga will be coming back May 19th. It's been out of commission since 2014, so that's like a decent amount of time. The mangaka Rei Hiroe is also the one who is making Recreators, so that's an anime that's debuting pretty soon here as well. And yeah, dude is busy, right? Got a new anime, working on Black Lagoon again. I think Madhouse is doing a thing with the original Black Lagoon anime, so Black Lagoon is in the air, and we're sniffing it, but like, because we want to. We're sniffing it on purpose, unlike drugs, which you should never sniff. I'm gonna stop. I feel like all of these manga that get canceled for a really long time or put on a really long hiatus, they always have one character where you just love them. You love them so much and you just want to see them go on adventures forever. And that's how I feel about Revy. That's how I feel about Guts, right? So to know that Revy is going to come back, that's awesome. The rest of Black Lagoon is like whatever. Just kidding. And for our anime/manga recommendation, we're gonna go along with the trend of how I've been doing it so far and choose something that actually came up inside of this episode. I know that it's very popular, and so most of you have probably read/seen it already, but if you haven't, because, you know, this new thing is gonna be coming out, if you haven't read Death Note, please go read it. No, you know what? I'm not gonna add on to that. I was about to put caveats in there. I won't. Just, you know what? Go experience Death Note. It's so beloved in so many ways, and it's really messed up, so yeah. Well, obviously a maturity warning. Gonna throw that on there as well. Keep in mind, people die in it. A lot. But I actually finally finished the entire anime not that long ago. I had read the manga and never finished the anime. Watched the whole anime and I was like, some of the things that I disliked about the manga, the anime made okay for me, but you know. Anywho, that's been my show. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a positive or a negative response, feel free to leave it in my comment section. And if you would like to watch my streams, you can find them at twitch.tv/dexbonus, or you can find the VODs at youtube.com/dexteritybonus. Thank you all so much for watching today. If this is your very first episode on my channel ever, I would love it if you would hit subscribe if you think I deserve it. And if not, maybe we'll see you on the channel again another time. Okay, thank you all so much. Have a great day. See you next time. Bye-bye. Mwah.